Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so welcome. It is 7:06. We are the recreation health. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys, just a second.
Do we have a quorum?
Just
Got. Who are we missing? Just Mike and Scott?
and Michael sends his regrets. I just have. Okay, you guys have to bear with me for a second because I have that reverb thing. Okay. Stop live stream. I want to live stream. So cause of that, make sure you close the Zoom page. You cannot minimize, okay? Oh man. Okay, Doug, I'm going to ask you how to get rid of that reverb.
You asking me?
Yeah, remember that I know what I had to do. I had to cancel it at the beginning.
And what do you, sorry, I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to get rid of.
When I talk, then you talk, it comes back to me about 3 minutes later.
Gotcha. Yes, somewhere you have to click on, it's almost like cancel YouTube or something. And I think it was on the bottom right.
Yeah, it says broadcast media live to go live and wait a couple of minutes to get a confirmation. You're live streaming properly before you call your meeting to order and begin your meeting. If live streaming stops, to stop the meeting immediately, it's illegal. I got that. We haven't stopped yet. Do you guys hear all the second length, do you hear the same thing twice?
No.
No,
Okay, so then let's just go with it and I'll deal with it. Okay?
okay.
Okay. So the agenda, it is, oh, I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
7:11.
Thank you. All right, at 7:11, we are calling to order the agenda for the meeting for the Recreational Health and Wellness Advisory Committee for Tuesday, June 21st. It is now 7:11. And this meeting will be held electronically. In order to ensure transparency, an audio recording of this meeting will be live streamed on YouTube and the Village of Marrickville Wolford Committee's YouTube channel and posted on the village website. So I'll call the meeting to order. Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest in the nature thereof?
No.
Nope.
Approval of the agenda. Do I have a mover for the approval of the agenda?
Yeah, I'll approve it.
Sarah, thank you.
I'll second it.
And Angie, you'll seconded.
Yep.
All in favor?
Yep.
The agenda is approved. The approval of the meetings. The approval of the meeting minutes of May 31st, 2022. We have a mover for the minutes.
I'll move.
Okay.
Sarah, thank you.
And I'll second.
Thank you, Angie.
I think we're the only two that can, can't we?
The minutes are approved as presented. So the update on the Participation Community Better Challenge.
All right, so my account here is listing us as number 8 provincially and number 41 nationally with 10 days left in the challenge.
That's pretty good.
That's very good.
Impressive indeed.
North Grenville's holding strong at number 1, and we're edged out by Toronto and Ottawa, which population-wise, I'm not surprised by that. And then between us and first, so it's North Grenville, Toronto, Sarnia, Ottawa, Wawa, Smooth Rock Falls, Hamilton, and then Marrickville.
Wow. How does that put us? That's provincially, correct?
Yes, 8th provincially and 41 national. And I believe it's the top 50 communities that can put in their, I don't know what it's called, a report or an entry to be considered for the winning community.
Yes. And if I might, Madam Chair, I know, and maybe it's coming later in the agenda. I can't remember what the title of the item is. But at some point, we should list literally anything and everything that has to do with recreation. You know, some things come to mind. You know, our outdoor rink, our indoor rink, you know, soccer fields, et cetera, et cetera. But there are things like, you know, our trails. We do have a shuffleboard, which probably hasn't been used in decades, nonetheless. But you know, in that category of, you know, some assets could, you know, would need, we'll call it, you know, maintenance, repairs, upgrading. But you know, using words like accessibility, you know, swing sets. You know, so anyway, don't need that definitive list tonight, but it's something that would be good to be able to frame, as Sarah said, the submission or whatever, to you know, say what we would do with the money for, you know, for our, I don't know whether we go beyond, but certainly for our existing assets that can be, you know, fixed up, expanded, improved, more accessible, that kind of thing.
Excellent. Okay. I'm still hearing Doug speak, so I'm just going to speak over that, okay?
Yes.
All right. Angie, do you have anything for the Participation Community Better Challenge?
Not really. Like, as far as I can make out, it's going well, and like you say, we're doing well. So all the things, you know, all the groups that we encourage to set up, many of them must be doing that and, you know, maintaining that. I haven't heard from anybody looking for help, so I'm assuming it's just going well. The only thing I would add, though, I think, you know, like, while I'm at it, is that if we are invited to put forward a, you know, a blurb, I think we should be ready for that, because you only have something like a week.
5 days.
Yeah, 5 days. So, and I'm not here. So we leave next Wednesday and we're not back until the middle of August. So I won't be available to help with any of that. So if you want me to help with that, we should probably do that before I leave.
Yeah, I'm gone from this Friday to the following Monday. So the 24th to the 4th.
Do we
Which is-
know? Oh, sorry.
So I was just going to say, which if it's 5 days, I'll be back a day before it needs to be submitted.
I don't think I don't know, but the impression I got, I can follow up with this, but the impression I got was that you wouldn't be invited on the 1st of July. You would
Okay.
be invited within a few days.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be the 4th that it would be due. It'd be more like the 9th is my guess. I can follow up on that, but I won't be back until August, so I won't be able to help with any of that. But I'm happy to work on it prior. But we leave next Wednesday, so I don't have a lot of time.
So
But having said that, Jan does an amazing job of writing things up. So just don't want to drop you in it, Jan. But like the stuff that you put in the papers was very well written. So I would have complete faith in you to be able to do that.
Can I maybe suggest planning our next meeting for the first Tuesday in July, so that hopefully we can get the remainder of the committee together to, even if we just do a point form submission, because it's an application. I don't know if it's paragraphs. I don't know if it's, let me see if I can pull that up while we have our meeting, but maybe a day where we can get Scott and Mike available as well. We can tackle that together the first Tuesday in July.
I think
That would make sense.
And I'll also, on their behalf, offer up municipal staff. And because oftentimes, I believe it may well be similar to a grant application, and it's knowing, you know, I'll call it the buzzwords to use, you know, enhancing, you know, increasing accessibility, you know, those kinds of things. And I'm just thinking back to, you know, a couple of very successful grant applications that, you know, brought in significant dollars. One is the natural gas and air exchange system for our community center. That, you know, that was $100,000 grant, you know, as one example. I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. Nonetheless, whatever we, you know, we'll call it our draft, and whether it's Doug Robertson or Stacey Lloyd, they really have their heads around that kind of process and what people are looking for. So they could, you know, buff up, if you will, the whatever the final product needs to be to fit in. I'm sure there's some kind of an outline, you know, other than please let us know. I think they want it somewhat prescriptive to a degree. So anyway, I'll offer up on their behalf, to help us finalize a submission.
The questions are posted on the website now.
Oh, they are already.
There's 5
Okay.
questions or so, and it kind of outlines it already.
Okay.
That's useful to know.
I
Did that-
also see here the timeline for it. So they will notify the finalists on July 5th, and the submission period will be between July 6th and July 11th. So we'll have until the 11th to get our application completed and submitted. And then we will hear back by July 29th on the winner.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are also 13 provincial prizes. So if we're chosen as the number 1 provincially rather than nationally, that prize is for our province, it'll be $7,500. So we can have maybe a smaller goal and then a larger goal.
Right.
Is it possible to share those 5 questions via email?
I'll copy them, Doug, and I'll send them out.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And just one more thing that I'm seeing, it doesn't seem that it's going to be
Right.
the top 50 communities in the province point blank. It's 5 finalists from Ontario, 5 finalists from BC, 5 from Alberta, 5 from Quebec, 4 from the remaining, and then 2 from the territories. So we'll need to crack the top 5 provincially to be invited for that prize.
Whoa.
If you also look, there's also a spot that says it does not, because you are number 1, does not mean that you get an invite.
Oh, okay. So because North Grenville, for example, won last year, they may not be invited again this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case. I'm just speculating, maybe.
So when you say, well, maybe a lot of guessing on our part. So you need to be in the top 5 in Ontario.
It actually, it says because where where you stand does not, where you stand in the province or nationally, it's not indicative, it does not guarantee you a spot for the finals. So they choose who they're going to award that final presentation or the final question from.
Okay.
Great, okay.
We'll just keep doing our best anyways and see what happens, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, maybe a little guessing, but let's say that the top 5 in Ontario are, let's say, North Grenville, Toronto, Ottawa, Hamilton, let's pick another big city, whatever. And let's say we're number 6, we might get invited because we're
Exactly.
such a community. Yeah. Nonetheless, be active, be active.
Exactly. All we could do is just keep trying and see if we get that email or that letter.
Yeah. Well, to go from at the beginning, whenever the very beginning sort of numbers were from 11 to 7, and okay, now 8, but I mean, it's not like we're going back to 11. We're within a few steps or a bunch of steps of being in the top 5, which would be awesome.
Yeah, no, it could definitely be possible.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, I will share
I can attach the PDF to the when I send to an email and just send it out.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's very easy. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is, all right, so anything else on the community better challenge? I gotta tell you, I'm kind of sitting in the woods here. So only with the reverb, so.
I don't want to be presumptive, but unless somebody has something new to add, I think we've covered what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
For tonight's meeting.
Okay, and then Wilford Amenities Review, we'll start that up and we'll do it, start a list.
Yes.
Okay,
Maybe we can all put it together a list in time for our next meeting so that we can go down that and see if there's anything that calls to us for the
yeah,
application.
that's perfect, perfect.
We did already start this, so we have got stuff from last year that we can build on, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay, so
And I think the other thing is to start that list will help us for our grant.
so we'll look at our next meeting being July the 5th.
That sounds great to me. Yeah.
Okay, I will not be here, but yep.
Well, Angie, you won't be here, but we'll have to meet in order to,
No, totally. But I can set up an agenda and send it out before I go. I'll try and
that
do
would be awesome.
I'll try and do that early next week so that you have it, and then you can do what you want with it after that. And somebody else will have to take the minutes on that meeting, or I can do it when I get back. But then by then it'll be like we'll be into the August meeting.
Okay, so July the 5th is 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And okay, and so do I have an emotion to adjourn?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yeah, second.
Seconder?
I'm trying to keep it short for you so you're not hearing the reverb.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thanks, Angie. I am really sorry, you guys.
Don't
This
worry
is a
about it.
bad week. All right, so I will call the, thank you. We will
Thank you.
adjourn our meeting at
7:29.
7:29, thank you. And we will meet on the 5th, and Angie, I will have all the bugs worked out and everything will be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good trip, Angie.
I will.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
Thank
take care.
you.